Deprose Muchena, who is in Johannesburg. He's the Director of East and South Africa at Amnesty International. Thanks very much indeed for taking the time to talk to us today. So Amnesty has confirmed there has been a massacre of civilians, and the UN has suggested this might amount to war crimes. Why has this escalated to extreme violence so quickly?
Thank you very much. Yes, Amnesty can confirm that indeed a very large number of civilians who appear to have been absolutely not connected to the ongoing offensive were caught up in this conflict, and a tragedy occurred whose true extent is only known after a period of time, because at the present moment, one of the problems is that there is communication challenges in the region, and we're asking the government and authorities to restore communications as a sign of accountability for the military operation that they are undertaking. This is very important so that we can see the full extent of this tragedy.
And what moves need to be made to try and stop this escalating further?
Well, there's been a lot of calls from the international community, from the UN, from Ethiopian partners for the de-escalation. But it doesn't look like this is happening. I think what is important from an Amnesty International standpoint is protection of civilians, because if there is no cessation and de-escalation, we're going to see a larger crisis unfold, including what we are now seeing, movement of people into Sudan. And we're really asking Sudan authorities to accept people who are coming in fleeing conflict, and for authorities to ensure that people are given free passage. It's important that this massacre is thoroughly investigated in an effective way, and that perpetrators of this gruesome violence are brought to justice in fair trial in competent courts. It's important that they move quickly so that this crisis does not escalate beyond where it is right now.
Well, let's talk a bit more about those refugees you mentioned. Thousands of people now flooding out of Ethiopia. What would you like to see being done to prevent this turning into a humanitarian crisis?
First of all, I think it's important that humanitarian workers, human rights monitors, are able to access the Tigray region so that they are able to monitor what is going on there. Second, it's important that if there is people fleeing the area, fleeing from conflict, fleeing from violence, fleeing from being killed, that they are allowed to leave, and that Sudan authorities accept people who are coming in, because both countries have obligations under international law to ensure that people are protected.
Okay, Deprose Muchena from Amnesty International, thanks very much indeed for being with us on the programme.